Hey, hello, good day. How are you? I hope you're doing great. It's Ellen, and I'm back with my Elle Daily Messages, and I'm happy you're here. So, today was all about healing. Maybe some of you are trying to heal from something physical, mental, emotional. There's so many different ways that we need healing, and I want to encourage you to know that you can be healed from whatever you're dealing with, no matter how severe. I know some can be more severe and more hurtful than others, but I just want to say you can do it. And I'm going to help you get there. So one thing I'm going to do, and you're going to see it soon because I'm going to work on it this weekend. I cannot wait. I'm going to do, so I think most of you know that I have RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy. It's a form of psychotherapy where I can take a patient, not patient, a client back to their subconscious state of a time where they experienced something a little more traumatic, we could say, that affected their thoughts or their mindset on how things are today. So you can really get back to that by being in a subconscious, relaxed state, which I will help you get to that point. And you can do this just through a recording. So I'll put the recording up on YouTube. I just did it myself, and it's really, really cool what it unfolds because I was looking for some reason. I thought, why do I have this thing with trust? I've always been a trusting person, but the type of men, the last two serious relationships I've had, they were not the most trusting. And to me, the most important thing in a relationship is trust. So I'm like, why do they come up? Is there a lesson I'm trying to learn? Am I trying to heal something from the past? And funny, I was able to go into this subconscious state, and the first memory, oh, sorry, the hotel air just kicked on. Hopefully it's not too loud in the background. But the first memory, you guys, that popped up was something that happened when I was 16. I won't get into the details, but I thought he was the love of my life. You know how it is, young love. He was like 45 minutes away from me anyways. But long story short, um, he had broken up with me and I found out that he was cheating. So that was the whole trust thing, right? And it's a simple, simple little thing, really, when you look at it in the whole scheme of life, not that traumatic what I experienced. And luckily I had my dad. He was the cutest. He was down there giving me a hug as I was just, that hyperventilating cry because I was so hurt and so crushed. Um, but I think that affected me more than I realized, especially at 16. So I had to come back from that situation and think, Ellen, you're not a 16-year-old girl who's dating this young boy, young love, 45 minutes away. Like I had to just tell myself that's not the norm, that's not typical. And I kind of washed it away. And I guess where I'm going with this is try to think back on where this hurt or healing is needing to come from. Like, what is it? What's the situation? And I'll help you get there. So I'm going to put that link in this video as soon as it's done. You won't see it for a few days, but I want to do one that's fully on kind of healing a heartbreak, whether it's love or loss of a loved one, whatever your heartbreak is. We've all been there, right? Somebody said something that just crushed you to the bone. So we're going to start with, let me read the quote, the affirmation, and then I'll end it with the healing card that I have, and we'll wrap it up. I do have one more big meeting today, actually two more before I head to the airport. So that's exciting. But I'm glad I was able to pop on and say hello. And so I took a picture of the quote, and here it is. Ready? Don't be a disciplined person. Be a person of powerful habits and use selected. Sorry, can't read. Okay, let me start over. Don't be a disciplined person. Be a person of powerful habits and use selected discipline to develop them. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of D's. Okay, I almost want to stop and record this, but I'm not for time. I'm going to read it one more time. Don't be a disciplined person. Be a person of powerful habits and use selected discipline to develop them. Okay, so that's what I like. Sometimes when you see somebody that's so disciplined, you're like, oh my gosh, have a little fun. So discipline is good, but I think it is in moderation. Sometimes you need to let loose and go with the flow too, right? So that is the way I take that quote. Let me know what you think about it. And it's funny, the affirmation was actually pretty spot on with this. So let me read this and you're going to love it. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Okay, so what are your thoughts about that? Maybe I don't know why affairs popped up. I think about it because it's like, somebody's made a bad mistake if they're drinking, or I don't know why I'm bringing this up, probably because I just brought up the trust thing. Um, but to me, it's like if you're consciously making this mistake day after day or over and over again, It is no longer a mistake, it's a decision. So whatever it may be, that was a little bit more of a tough situation. Think of something simple. It could be as much as, I don't know, there's so many things, even lying, right? Like if you lie once and maybe you just get in this spinning uh bit where you have to keep the lie going. That's why I don't like to lie, because there's just no reason for it, right? So what is it that you might be continually doing, or maybe somebody else is doing it and it's affecting you, and you need to heal from that? So kind of an interesting one. It definitely keeps you accountable, right? So I had to think about it, and maybe that's another reason why I brought up uh the mistake of picking maybe men that aren't trustworthy. You don't always know right away, but I was like, I got to break this habit because I want to find the right guy for me, or vice versa, allow him to find me. So that's that. And then with that, let's end on the healing card. Um, oh, and I did write a couple notes on, making sure to allow for complete healing. So let me read this one because it's simple. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So it is time to heal, time to let it go. And I did read, so one of my healing waters book, Rebecca Campbell. I love this. I didn't bring all the cards, but the one that I pulled was follow the stream. I'll show it to you. And I'm not going to read it fully because it's a long one, but in a nutshell, it's saying, let go and go with the river downstream. And I bring that up a lot when you think about just being able to kind of go with the ebb and flows. The river just winds and starts out small and it gets bigger and bigger as it empties into the ocean. Or I'm thinking about the Mississippi, right? It starts in northern Minnesota, Itasca State Park, and goes all the way south through the whole United States of America. And it empties into the ocean. And I just think our healing allows for that. So, you might feel like you're starting out small, but as you continue to just let go and love yourself, things just continue to grow in a bigger, better version of yourself, right? You're just becoming the best version of yourself. So it's kind of a funny way to look at it, but I love water. Water to me is so healing, a hot bubble bath, swimming in the ocean, going to the lake. Nature in general is very healing. So maybe you need to spend some more time hiking, biking, get outside, breathe in the fresh air, walk barefoot in the grass, whatever you need to do, just get out there and explore that nature, because I guarantee you'll start to feel better. Music too. Okay, so let me end on this, and then I will send you away with lots of love and lots of healing, because I want you to feel amazing. All right, so here is the card. Healing is occurring. You are a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or situation is being resolved. So yes, know that whatever you're going through is going to be resolved. Have faith that it is happening. Your soul wants you to know healing is natural. Everything in nature has an intrinsic ability to restore itself. You're a part of the world, so you also have this innate ability. Often healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest on the outside. To assist this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working. So hold a vision of the solution and what you desire. Be patient and trust that recovery is occurring in its own time and way. Nature is one of the greatest healers. Funny, that's probably where I got that, because I just read it. So spend time with the trees, soak up the rays of the sun, and dance in the rain. So here's your affirmation on this one. Phenomenal healing. Energy flows through every cell in my body. So yeah, just know you are exactly where you need to be. Those situations that happen to us, I think, happen for us. So that's one thing I've always looked at when I do get a bad situation that's out of my control. I look at, like, what is this teaching me? What can I learn? How can I grow? I actually had a really fun night with, she's about 15 years younger than me. And I felt honored because she was like, okay, tell me, how can I be like you? And she's wonderful. So it's not like I'm like, you're wonderful just like you, but she's like, when I get to your age, kind of thing. And it's fun because I love to be able to have that ability to mentor the younger generations. And I'm sure some of you are great mentors out there too. I love to be able to take that time to help others see the wonderfulness in them. So where I wanted to go with that is, what were we talking about? Shoot, I totally lost my train of thought now, you guys. It had to do with healing or something. You know what? It has been a long couple days. My brain is not firing as quick as usual. You might be seeing that. But no, I just wanted to come on and say, sending you all lots of love and healing, and we'll talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.